Hi. I love what I do, and what I'm going to talk to you about tonight has nothing to do with it at all. It has to do with fulfilling a lifetime dream, a bucket list. Go. So the world is round. It doesn't look round. It looks flat. When I turned 65, I traveled around the world solo. I went slow travel. Went 7 places, starting in Kyoto, Japan. Spent a week in the gardens there with an architect as a guide. He was Buddhist, is Buddhist, and he took me to meet with his teacher in a monastery. And we laughed a lot, and then I realized I could ask him a question. And I said, why is it that it's so easy for me when I'm in trees in a forest to feel the presence of God? And when I'm with a lot of people, not so much. And he said, see the people as trees. And I have learned to do that, so I can see you all as trees right now. The next stop was Chiang Mai, Thailand. I like adventure and I ride a motorcycle. There's a famous 1,000 hairpin turn road up around Chiang Mai, which we never found, my guide and I. We got so lost. Our road had hairpin turns that had all washed out. It was a lot like riding a roller coaster with no turns. You go like this, and I don't know why I'm still alive. And it was glorious. The countryside here would feed all of Southeast Asia, and there's very little machinery. It's all people. To get to Bhutan, next stop, you fly in good weather and in daylight, because the pilot has to be able to see where they're going. They save on oxygen because no one breathes for the last 20 minutes as you go down and miss those mountains. Most of Bhutan is pre-industrial. That means no roads and no electricity. Imagine the plane going down that valley. It's pre-industrial, but it's not poor. In Bhutan, everybody knows how to make a beautiful farmhouse, which is coming up in a second, out of rammed earth. And that symbol in the corner there is just what you think it is. They think sex is protective and nurturing. And so those are all over the country. They're also Buddhist, and they believe that acts of kindness develop positive karma. So instead of separating cows and calves when they're born, they keep them together and they share the milk. My next stop was Kenya. These guys, I would look right at home in Baltimore, I think, but they are Maasai warriors. They can stand off a full-grown lion with a sharpened stick. And that's what they're wearing there. What if he charges us, I said. I was there on the off-season. There was nobody there but me and the guides and a lot of animals. Oh, he'll flap his ears and trumpet first, they said. Great, okay, no problem. Life and death are right close together in Africa, and one night in my tent there was screaming. It went on forever, it felt. It was a water buffalo and her calf, and they were killed by a leopard. And the next morning, everything is beautiful. It's all forgotten, and everybody's happy. I have not learned to do that. I did feel insignificant and unimportant among all these miles of wildlife having their dramas and having their lives, and I didn't matter at all. You don't realize what a burden it is to be a civilized human being. It was wonderful there. Okay, so coming back, Israel. I have 15 seconds. This is a shopping mall. These are security guards. 2 boys, 2 girls, a guitar, and 4 automatic rifles. Difficult circumstances. Next stop, Aix-en-Provence, where I spent a day in a cooking class. In the morning in the markets, tables covered with lettuce and cases of cheeses. The whole day preparing food, eating food, being too full, eating more food. I had a wonderful time, but after the deserts of Israel and the starvation in Kenya, it also broke my heart. My last stop was in Findhorn, Scotland, the mystical gardens, where they talk to plants and the plants talk back. And then I landed in New York. And you hand your passport to the border officials, and they look at you and they say the sweetest words of the whole trip, "Welcome home."